Morning, everybody. Just a reminder, everything we're about to do is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. We do not trade with live funds. This is strictly just used to demo and paper trade. If you guys can just confirm that you can see my screens. Had a little bit of technical difficulties earlier with YouTube, but we should be good now. I'm going to go tag a couple people on Discord just to make sure they all know where we're at. And I hope you guys are doing well. Just give me 1 second. One second. I'm here. Any questions you guys have, let me know. But again, just let me tag everybody. Finding links is hilarious at the moment. Come on. Can you guys all see? YouTube is like it's either it's an issue with YouTube or an issue with Discord lately. There we go. It's back to normal now. Just acting up. Just tagging everyone in our Discord. Just give me a second. Almost done. All right. Should be good now. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. All right. Okay, cool. So New York, we have another candle close in 10 minutes. New York opens up in about 40 minutes. Had a little bit more consolidation down here at the bottom of the London session as we're playing around this area. We've been in a massive bull trend all week, which I'm sure most of you guys are aware of, or just even True Algo members in general. But just got some consolidation here now at the lows. We are in a small bearish confirmation. I just say small because the take profit area is very close. And it's bearish confirmation on both the ES and the NQ. So looking for something like this to finish playing out. There's been some pretty heavy retracement on the idea, but it's still holding as of right now. But the take profit is really, really close. So that's what I mean about the consolidation here towards a small little zone. We've had a really big win earlier that is pushed down, followed by a couple of small losses. Same thing with US 30. True Algo members, I'll check to see if this is a valid close, and it is not. So that's not 3 ticks, so that's not a valid long. So right now, neutral on US 30. Quickly pop over to the Russell. Russell is also still bearishly confirmed, so similar to ES and NQ. And then the SPY is almost identical to the ES and NQ right now. So SPY, Russell, ES, NQ all say to go lower for New York Open. We'll see if it hits a box beforehand, but the SPY is trying to trend bearish again. So that's a difference than where the other indexes are. So even more reason to push down. And then currently, as we layer our stocks on top of it, Tesla is bullish, Apple is bearish. So that's a big positive for the current markets right now. So Apple, I'll put the positions on to make it a little bit easier to remember. Excuse me. And then Microsoft looks like crap. The reason I say it looks like crap, if you look closely, guys, you'll see like there's closes on different sides of the box like you're supposed to have, but they're the opposite color candle. Like this should be it shouldn't look like this. So Microsoft, we'll call this neutral until we get the next candle up. And then Nvidia is currently in a bearish confirmation too. So 2 reasons to be bearish, 1 reason to be bullish, 1 reason to be neutral, and then Apple's that bigger kicker that we want to be moving the direction of the index futures. And so it should help these shorts currently play out. Again, just a reminder of these. So True Algo members, Apple does look good from the short perspective. to finish playing this out here. Nice retracement back to the box. DXY is currently confirmed bullish, so looking for reasons to push up. But the pound is also confirmed bullish, so that's a big red flag that the DXY and the pound should not be confirmed the same way. I'm going to check the euro. We want the euro to be confirmed bearish because DXY is confirmed bullish. So looking for over here, should have hit a box with the bearish candle below. Give it a second to load. Because again, DXY looks like this. And it's neutral as well. Yeah, so Forex looks really ugly. So it's not something to be touching right now. Because the euro or the pound should look identical to DXY, and it does not. For gold, we had massive shorts since last night on gold to push us down to this area. But right here, and this should be good for New York too, that the fact that gold, if you guys look, you zoom in like crazy. See how well it's holding our system right here? So once we close below this yellow box, you start a bearish weekly trend for gold. This is going to be a really cool opportunity, but take note that on top of that, you can clearly see that for the entire Asia and London session, we cannot break this box. So this could be a really, really good opportunity for massive shorts on gold. And it's easy to remember for you all that aren't members. It's below the 3,300 level that we'll be looking for potentially. But you can't short gold right now. Gold is in the weekly system. And so from here, it's just looking to try to muscle up from here to push up, close below, push down. And then you use silver on top of that. Silver is also trapped in the same box. You see this? I'm just zoomed in a little too much. It looks, hold on. Looks like this. That looks better. That's still too big. Like there. Now they look similar. You see how it looks the same story where we're trying to get gold to close below the yellow. Now get silver to close below the yellow. And then you just be able to go into free fall mode on both silver and gold. So we'll leave that on there to see if we can get it activated as we get closer to that New York session. Oil looks really similar to the index as far as how it played out, guys. That pushed down, and then now oil is trapped in our box. And then True Algo members, you guys know that bullish confirmation has to be 3 ticks. It is not. So this is not a bullish confirmation on oil. We just had shorts that have played out earlier, and now you are neutral on oil. So we'll check here in 4 minutes. If we end up closing above, then we can look for longs. If not, oil is probably going to remain neutral, everybody, before it can push down and confirm short. So we can't do anything in this box. This is a neutral area for us. Might be a little bit of a boring day. Just looking at where price is currently. We're 4 minutes away from that close. Last is crypto, folks. Crypto, folks. I hope some of you guys, we were talking about that long position. Gene, I know you were asking about it last night, and it played out really, really well. So hopefully you had the confidence to trust what you saw with the system. And now up here at the top side, Ethereum is trying to confirm bearish again. You need Bitcoin to close lower to produce the same thing. And Tether's in a really great spot to confirm it as well. Tether's trying to confirm bullish. You need Bitcoin to push a little further down and confirm bearish. And then we can have quite the short opportunity here for New York Open. So yeah, that is pretty much everything. And I'll just keep watching. If you guys have questions still, let me know. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about in chat, so just let me know and I can help. But Tesla is confirmed bullish, if that's what you're saying. Looks like this. Again, hit the box, bullish candle closed, and this, as of right now, we're looking for calls at New York Open. You can't take any options on any type of stocks until 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, so you can't do anything as of right now. But this is what should help the indexes, and when they all confirm the same direction, indexes can be very powerful in the direction that they're going to move. So that's something that we're watching. It's going to be a little bit boring now. 2 minutes from the next close. Any questions you guys all have, just let me know, man. I'll be here to answer and help. Scott, I think I just answered your question. I'll talk more as this next close happens. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are used to streamers just talking and talking and talking and trying to switch time frames to find continued new plays, and going to try to mimic more of what markets are, which should be overall boring as we're waiting for our candles to close. That's different than what you guys probably see elsewhere, where you're trying to force moves. But right now it's just a waiting game for this to continue playing out. We're 1 minute from the close. If US 30 can close below this box red, then we could get a short opportunity on US 30 as well. But we got to see if it can close below it in less than a minute. It has less than a minute. Gold and silver are going to stay neutral. Oil is going to stay neutral. Remember, they need to close below. Oil, we need to close above, and it's not moving. So going to remain neutral. Bitcoin pushed down a little bit more, but it's not closing below it. Tether wants to go bullish now. So that's going to help any type of short momentum on ETH, but Bitcoin's slowing it down. And there's a new close. So nothing has changed on stocks. Tesla is still confirmed bearish. It's now retraced back to the box. Apple is still bearish. Microsoft is still neutral. So I'm going to watch Microsoft really close as we get near that New York Open, because this might be the push or catalyst that helps us see which direction things want to move. And then NVIDIA is still in puts and going well as well. Russell's still in that short. Reminder, it's a short from way up here, and it's already gone the average move. True Algo members. Well, actually, no, it's got a tiny bit further to go to finish playing out the shorts. And then SPY on the close just now. Again, this is also looking for shorts at New York Open to finish pushing downwards. So looking for something like this. Watch the Russell here. First take profit is the box, correct, True Algo members, and then the next take profit will be the average win, which is 92. Here comes more push down for the ES and NQ live. So what we're trying to do for anyone who's not a member right now, it's being able to hold with confidence. I know it's something a lot of people lack because they're scared of drawdown, but as you guys can see live, we're just trying to get to take profit one, which is the box, or the average win. So like where you guys see these drawn, they're not random. Like this is, give me 1 second. There we go. Let me adjust. That's the average win that we're trying to get to. And then I think the NQ is set. Yeah, NQ is set correctly. 65 handles on the NQ. So 16.5 handles on the ES, 65 handles on the NQ, and then our stop loss above the box. But even though where the green is the average win, if a box comes first, then that is take profit one. And again, there's no guarantee. You could always just push straight up here for New York Open. It becomes a loss, and then we move on to the next play. Trying to stay as mechanical as possible. Jose is asking, do we look at Forex pairs? We look at Forex every single day, bud. So right now, I'll show you what I mean. DXY is confirmed bullish for our system. And the way we teach, if you're going to play Forex, you have to use DXY. So DXY is telling us to go up. So the only way to take a position right now is any pair that does not start with USD. So it's the euro or the pound, the Aussie. They should look the other direction. They should look like they want to push down. So not too long ago, the euro put in a long position right here. And so it's now in neutral or retracement, which means you can't take any type of short until it closes back below the box. So that's why I'm not watching it, because there's currently no position activated or position about to be activated. And then we covered the pound earlier as well. The pound is going the same direction as DXY, and this is extremely rare. So the one thing that this could mean is if you're someone who trades the euro versus the pound, because like right now the pound is also in a bullish confirmation like this, but that shouldn't look like that. This means the pound should be really strong right now against the euro. So if you put the euro versus the pound, it should look bearish. And there you go. So that's another advantage if you're a Forex trader with our system. If you want to trade minor pairs, you can do that really fast. And that looks perfect. You guys see it? So let me, again, show you guys this so you understand what I mean. So you can, if you decide to join us, you can rock the what's it called? The Forex side. So DXY is confirmed bullish, right? Like this, wants to push up. The euro was also confirmed bullish, but if you look at where it is in our system, and this is for newer people, you're not going to really understand this. This is more for our True Algo members, but just watch real quick. You can see that we're lower in the system. We're almost close to losing our last daily box before we start a big bearish trend. But you see where it's stuck is, oh my gosh, I can't talk. Where it is stuck now, cool. On the lower side of our system, now we pop up the pound. And you'll see the pound is higher in our system right now. So again, look where the euro is. So the euro should be down here. You guys see that? But instead, the pound is up there because the euro is down here. That means if you play minor pairs, the pound is very, very strong. And that's why when I showed you the euro versus the pound before we saw it, it means the euro is extremely weak. The pound is very strong. Therefore, the euro versus the pound will be down. And now you can see when you're waiting to take a play on the euro or the pound versus the dollar, there's no play, but this is perfect on this one. So you switch to the euro versus the pound if you're a Forex trader. And hopefully that helps. Makes it real easy. It's a beautiful setup too. Oil pushing back up. Silver and gold, by the way, there was no new confirmation, but you can see gold and silver starting to dump from our box. Silver's still holding pretty well, but really aggressive. And oil just pumped out of nowhere. It's still neutral, by the way. It has to close above. We don't chase candles here. It's a quick way to get wrecked. And we're still getting consolidation. The Russell, you guys see this really quick? I want to make sure you don't miss it. So the Russell just hit a major take profit. You can see if you zoom in, it hit the box. And then take profits happen immediately from this. And again, we have two take profits. Take profit 1 is the box. Take profit 2 is the average, and that's our average win right here. And it doesn't matter like the order. It just matter what comes first. So like, as in like, it's not always the average win, then the box. It's just whatever comes first. In this case, again, you can see the Russell hit this box, and it's important for you guys to see this live. True Algo members, I tell you this all the time, that if you're someone who's like, I must hold to the average, but a box comes first, look what happens live when you tell yourself that. So over 5 or 6 ticks, the markets hammer you back in profit because we did hit the box. And the play can be done, everybody. I'm trying to read your guys' question. Handles are points, Liam, for you asking. There's a lot of volatility kicking into markets right now, guys. Not sure what's going on. But at the moment, you can see the ES and NQ. Everything is having a little bit of a bullish push. For SPY ballers, we can provide you stats for the SPY and SPX. We are working on that. The SPX, though, it's the CFD version of this. So it would be a $16.50 move. So it should be real easy for you to do. So instead of just take this number and multiply it by 4. So real simple. So if you take a $16.50 move, that would equal what that is right there, because it's based off of handles, what 66 ticks are. Hope that makes sense. Brad, the US 30, this recent close up there, that it's just less than 3 ticks. That's why. Yeah, a little bit of injection of volume just now. Crypto folks getting closer to Bitcoin confirming. You have to wait till New York opens here, so there might not be. There's no opportunity now till New York opens. Microsoft kicking in its volume. Remember what I was saying, guys? That closer to New York, that might help give a little bit of kick in the direction we're going to move. Tesla with the full reload at the bottom of the box now. to hold its last ditch to be bullish before it would confirm bearish. Apple still going the way it's supposed to. Nvidia almost got to take profit, but you can see the stocks are starting to turn green, so index futures are going to turn green. And I can't stress this enough, True Algo members or anyone else watching, one of the biggest factors are because Russell hit take profit. So you hit a box, things start to look a little bit more bullish because that's a box from down below, because this can change markets to do that. Yes. So Brad's asking on the close here on US 30, when it pushes up, we had that second close up here, but this is not valid, True Algo members. I'm not trying to confuse people who are not members, but the only way for a close to count is it has to close 3 ticks above or below a box. So you can see here, we showed earlier, that's not a valid close to take a long. But Brad, we are very specific here that this is a loss on that short position. The loss is always the same as long as it closes 1 tick. But for opening a new position, it has to be 3. And so that's why you are correct. That would still be a loss on the short, but there's no new long position up here at the top. The euro versus the pound, everybody just got to its final take profit area, going from the box down. Nice retracement too. True Algo members, did you guys see my post last night in the Discord about the indexes and about sizing today when you guys are practicing? Just about how good the week has been. Hope that helped comparatively now, and then being able to predict a couple of these consolidation areas within our zones where plays would be a little bit more difficult. The good thing is the average loss has been smaller in those areas, which is what we want to gun for, but hope that helped too. We have 5 minutes before the next close, so things are going to be a little bit boring now, folks, as we wait for the close to happen. It'll be pretty gnarly if Russell hit the low first and now wants to start blasting off from the take profit to be hit. And then everything starts confirming bullish. Brad, I'm not sure what you mean. As far as just how do I'm looking at them right now, bud. They're in that VIP plane. You should have them. But it's the same way we use all parts of our system. So let me know about your question. I'm not sure if I'm reading it right or what you mean. But we're looking for things to be going the same direction or confirm the same direction that we are already on the index futures. So Tesla says to go up. That's a conflict because index futures right now say they want to go down. Apple says they want to go down. That's good because that's the same direction. Microsoft, unfortunately, is still neutral and looks terrible where the candles keep closing and opening. Like right now, it's this candle makes no sense because it should not look the color that it is comparatively where this candle was. It just looks terrible. And Nvidia is still bearish too. You can pop up Amazon real fast over Microsoft since Microsoft looks bad. I'm not sure, again, what you mean, Brad. I mean, none of the stocks are moving very much at the moment, but Apple is confirmed bearish from our system. Amazon's also confirmed bearish too. So another reason to be bearish rather than be bullish for New York Open. Oh, yeah. So, Brad, just make sure you're on electric trading hours, not on regular trading hours. Thanks, Nat. You guys see US 30 by remaining neutral can avoid the consolidation on both sides of the candle. What's going on, Apollo? Brad, will you just DM me on Discord with your chart? That'll fix things a lot faster than trying to do it on YouTube since you can't post the chart. I can assure you the issue is you're not on electronic trading hours like Nat said. You can see Russell again causing the indexes to push up at the moment. You're welcome. SPY still remaining in the short. You see how the indexes like ES, NQ, Russell, SPY all look the same where this is right now. As far as they're all hovering in that day box before they could potentially push down further. We do have reasons to go lower during New York, by the way. So everyone just watch this real quick. Just a reminder, as we're getting a little bit more of this bullish momentum. You guys see this down here? Daily beacon and scalp targets. These are all active, and they're from today. I'll show you guys the stats for them. So we're just about to have a new close here in just a second, but I'll show you the stats on these little targets that we have today. US 30 is about to confirm bullish, everybody. It's going to be the only one that's bullish. All right, so over here, NQ loaded first. There's a 84% chance we will get down to right here, that target. It's smaller on your screen, but it's right there. And that's specific to the New York session today. And then there's a 73% chance we will get down to this one today. So reasons to be bearish overall. If we can continue to push down further, those can be two macro targets. But again, 84% chance for this one, 73% chance for that one. And then the ES actually has a slightly higher hit rate because it's been performing better. We just had a new close, everybody. There's a 85% chance, you can see that right here, that we'll get to this one, and then a 76% chance we'll get to that one throughout the New York session. Doesn't mean we're going to get there immediately, but those are things to watch. They'll keep traveling to the right across our screen as that New York position plays out. I'll leave those on here. So US 30 is now in a long confirmation, everybody. This is opposite of the other indexes. So US 30 is looking for something like this. That does look like the average position, so it does look normal. Russell. And now everybody watch real quick because I don't want to confuse you if you're not a member. But remember, the Russell hit the box. That's take profit 1. Take profit 2 in this case was the average. We didn't get fully down to the average. It's really close though. But we hit this box. So now look. Now the Russell, after hitting this box, is in a bullish confirmation. And True Algo members, before we even draw it, the stop loss probably is going to be bigger than the average because of how far we are from up here. So two things on the Russell. This could be position 1. And then if you're worried about drawdown, then just make this position look like a normal position. And then this could be where you enter in again or enter for the first time. If you're scared of that drawdown coming to get you, then that right here would be entrance 2. So things to watch out. I'll just put it like this. Hopefully it doesn't confuse people. But as of right now, the Russell is in a bullish confirmation. Microsoft is still neutral. I'm just laughing because it keeps smacking into boxes, so can't do anything. Tesla's still looking good as far as that initial long idea to continue pushing up. And then Apple and NVIDIA are still confirmed the same. And you see we're getting more pushback against on these positions as more things are starting to flip bullish here, guys. If the ES closes above here, that's a long, and then NQ closes above, that'll be a long position as well, which is opposite of where the beacons and scalp targets are. But we're still getting that consolidation I talked to you guys about last night from the boxes. Nothing new on crypto. Gold still in free fall. True Algo members, if you guys remember my stream on Sunday, my thing is finally starting to play out. So after having that massive bullish trend, now we are down almost 10% already on gold in a week. Sorry, not even a week, just a couple of days. But this is not an active short right here. The shorts are from earlier. But you can see that position we drew. It's already playing out. Pretty nifty. And index features, again, still consolidating at the top where our box is. Lots of consolidation. Oil's over here on the right. Apollo, oil is still neutral. So we're waiting for it to either, that's what the N is, by the way. We're just waiting to see if it can close above here. Bullish, that would be a long position. I don't think you're going to get a short because you can't get a red candle anywhere here. So that means there's no way we're getting a short unless the current candle over the next 12 minutes plummets down here and then closes bearish. So really the only thing I would be looking for on oil is a new long position. We'll see if we get it. And in 12 minutes, New York folks, if gold stays where it is down here, that'll be a new valid bearish confirmation. And silver is getting ready to confirm bearish as well. Indexes are still pushing back up. You can see Russell is too, just a little tiny bit. Still watching stocks to see what they're doing. 11 minutes from the New York close. Tracker members, if any of you guys took advantage of the retracement, both of those plays were pretty great. Just now that they're pushing up against this one being the best version of it. I'm trying to see how far it traveled. Almost the full average, 13.5 handles right there from that retracement back against the box. Might be hard for people to see because of the trending box that's in the way. Same thing with NQ from either of these candles. US 30 is still going well. The Russell's pushing up too, guys. It's still hovering in the same area, but it's still holding. US 30 is trying to push markets up now too. So two reasons they're trying to push up against. We still have 10 minutes before New York open. So going to still be a little boring here. DXY continuing to push up bullish. The euro versus the pound, I was telling you guys earlier that the position was done. We could try to see if the UCAD or the UJ have long positions available. And the Canadian dollar, guys, by the way, should be extremely bullish right now. Like just the Canadian dollar against minor pairs, because it should look the same as DXY, and it doesn't. Trying to see if I can pick do the euro versus the Canadian. It should be really bullish. Yep, and Forex, man, it just looks ugly. Yeah, this is confirmed bearish too. So Forex is not the best thing to be playing today on this Friday. Pound still confirmed bullish, but that's the same as DXY, and that's a red flag. Crypto folks, Bitcoin is back into that box. So again, you have to remain neutral. There's no new play. Indexes are still consolidating. Stocks are still the same too. Tesla's still going well, but we're not at New York just yet. You can see the consolidation across the board. ES will confirm long here in 8 minutes if it closes above the box, everybody. And then we'll flip out of this. I'm just looking at you guys in Discord to see if there's anything I missed. I'm going to repost my message I sent you guys earlier last night. Where are you at? Now I can't find it. It's going to be a little bit boring here, guys, as they're waiting for that New York bell to kick in. You guys see how, like, at New York Open, we could get that bullish confirmation across the board. US 30 is already in that bullish confirmation. Either that or we hold the shorts and it pushes down really aggressive and then we get that divergence between US 30 and NQ. So ballers, basically like whatever you want to use, you can. So like if you want to use volume, and that's totally fine. You just need to jump to our rules. So I don't know if you play points of control or value areas, or you're looking for holes to fill because volume was lacking. You can use that, but it just needs to happen in boxes. It can't just happen in random areas because then you're breaking the rules. The rules are you have to stem your ideas from the boxes. So if you're a volume trader and you've been lacking consistency, then this system can help. So for instance, like if you wanted to take a long and there was a point of control down here on SPY, I mean, obviously this is the ES, but that's the futures version of the SPY. When you push down here and you've been looking to get down here for a long, that can help support your idea of why you wanted price to hit here and push up. But I don't use any of that because it's just noise and can cause analysis paralysis. The other thing too, hopefully you know this or everyone else, the problem with volume and with most systems is the volume is continuing to change and it's different on every broker. So that's an issue when you're on live candles. That's what people don't really tell you. Volume always looks good when you cherry pick and you use a chart that's in back testing mode because then it's not moving. But right now, every single second, the volume is changing. It might not look like it's changing on the exact chart, but it is changing every single second. So you just want to make sure it works in conjunction with the system. 5 minutes from New York Open, does look like we're going to flip bullish here. So you're asking volume. So again, ballers, I don't know how to answer your question as far as like what you're saying. Like this is US 30, right? Bearish confirmation, pushes down, pushes up, bearish confirmation, consolidation. We have these two little closes above. Today it's been very consolidating. This is the Asia, now London session, and you can see it pushes down. As far as you wanting it to go immediately down or up in a single candle, sorry, this is the ES. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. When you get to New York Open, the volatility injects like crazy, so it can get you to a box almost instantaneously. So that's something that's more your game. You'll see that happen here at New York Open. If we get a long confirmation. See how, guys, you see these green candles that are pushing above the box? That'll be a new long position activated. And if you're talking about volume injecting to get you to the next area, okay, cool, sweet. I don't want to cause confusion. Gold and silver just still in dump mode. Russell still consolidating. SPY pushing up. So more and more reasons to be bullish here now at New York Open. I'll start adjusting things right as we get there, guys. Tesla's still going really well. Apple's, this is pretty rare, like for Apple to just be frozen. And Microsoft. So these two will kick up, these two right here will kick up volume and injection right before New York opens. You can see Tesla going against the grain. And NVIDIA is now back to the top box here. I would call that a win as you're one tick away from the box. You guys see that right here? And then indexes are still following DXY. It's so gnarly. And now the pound and DXY are making sense. You see how the pound is now rejecting? And the euro, or not euro, sorry, DXY is pushing up. You'll see the euro will look the same too. It's just the euro was in the middle of a box. And it might close below a box. Get DXY to close above here. And then Forex, folks, everything will change now. And then you could have some really good shorts on the euro. But now we're back to looking normal and what things should look like. Just like that. There you go. So might have some good shorts here on the euro now, everybody. 2.5 minutes from New York Open. Tesla pushing up even higher. Let me get this out of the way because that's done. Sorry my boxes aren't loading. The internet just tripped on good old TradingView. TradingView continues to have issues. 2.5 minutes from the next close. I'm going to get these out of the way so there's no confusion that we're about to have a potential long position activated at the top. If the NQ, just so you guys know, because I'm not going to stay on much longer past the New York Open for the YouTube side. As soon as this candle, if it does not close above this box, and this is really important, you have to wait with our system. So again, having clearly defined rules that if this candle doesn't close above this box, you can't take anything, even if the ES does. Just because True Algo members, I'm trying right now to have as much confluence as possible. I'm not going to remove our confluence asset with heavier volatility. But less than 2 minutes from the close here. Apple pushed it up really, really strong, but Apple about to become neutral as well as it gets into that box. Microsoft, you guys see how the volatility is starting to kick back in now as we're really close to New York Open. Microsoft about to confirm bullish. That'll help the indexes, but we really want to get Apple above here in its long position to push up. So Apple is still in that retracement factor, which could cause the indexes, just letting you guys know now, to be more consolidating again for this New York opening bell. Liam, the I and W are intermediate or 3-day targets, and then the weekly is a weekly target. That's what the W stands for. If you ever, I don't think you're a member, but if you hover over it, it tells you. New York Open is just about to pop. Russell is still going to be bullish. SPY is going to confirm bullish here right at New York Open, everybody. It'll look something like this. Again, no guarantees anything's going to work in your favor. Apple is retraced back to the box, so going to be neutral for this open. Tesla is still bullish. Microsoft, if it closes right here, then Microsoft is still neutral 3, 4, 5 candles in a row. NVIDIA is now neutral too because it's stuck in the box. There is New York Open, so nothing has changed. The ES is in a bullish. Oh, we did get a bullish confirmation right at open. Sorry. And it pumped real fast. You can see that bullish close above the box. US 30, folks, you've already traveled 50% of your average win. Right side of your screen. So any of you guys, if you're watching right now, like if you struggle to switch when markets where you were in a position, you really want that position to win. And it's like, nah, man, as soon as we opened at New York, there's a long confirmation. It doesn't mean that this is going to fully play out to the average. These are the average wins. And see, now you're getting some retracement too. But US 30, folks, you already now at 50% of the average. Russell, you guys hit another take profit back to back. You guys see that? So that short played out. Now that long played out. And it might be done because we're consolidating more. SPY, folks, you've also already gotten to the box too. All the way to the top side. And now you're seeing some retracement across the board because of Apple. Apple's now pushed up. Tesla calls played out perfectly for open, everybody. If you took calls on Tesla from a practicing regimen, and then neutral across the board. Microsoft, I know I'm talking quick. Everyone plays different things. I'm trying to help as many people as possible. Microsoft is bullishly confirmed too. Everything looks like it's going to continue to push up for us, guys. So even though there's some consolidation you see right here, stocks all look fantastic to continue pushing up. Small caps, again, take profit are occurring at the box right there. This green up here that's the average win. Tesla going great. Consolidation now back down to the bottom. Both the ES, I know the ES got to 50% of the average move too, guys. Again, lots of volatility here at the New York Open. And then the NQ pushed up 30 handles. It's slightly smaller than the 50% average. We are getting the divergence now between US 30 and NQ. So not a surprise right here. And part of it too is really quick take profit happening with Apple. You guys see that? Hits the box, and now Apple's making the markets consolidate right here at the high. They're selling NVIDIA really hard right now. Reminder that NVIDIA was in shorts. I just flipped it back to neutral because we got back up here from the initial shorts that are playing out, which is causing the consolidation you see now. And again, I just want to make sure we're clear. I know True Algo members, you know, but people who don't know us, like you guys see that back-to-back boxes on the Russell smacking price on each side. So they're smaller than average wins, and then they're done. Same with SPY, had that bullish confirmation, hits the box right at New York Open, and then it's done. You'll see the index features are now pushing down even further. US 30, folks, right on that opening, 62 points. The average is 105. You get to 50%. You can put your stop loss to break even if you're scared of the volatility. And then the worst thing that can happen is you're out at break even. You can see Tesla after that big push now retracing for you options folks. Apple still taking profit at our box and not moving forward anymore. Nvidia is still in full dump mode at the moment. We had a little bit of a retracement back to the bottom of our box, guys, and then now pushing back up, holding. See if US 30 can get up to the full average here. You can see US 30 just put in a new high right side of your screen, everyone. There we go. Push, push, push. Right here is the average if it can get knocked here. 105 points for US 30. You've now traveled about 75% of the average win. I'll show you what I mean. Right. 85 points. The average is 105. So it's a little bit over 80% of the average win. Any of you guys scared of that drawdown? It's your sizing is the problem, not your ideas or your strategy. Unless you're not using our system, then that could be a flaw. But when this happens, that's the area to hold the play up versus being terrified of drawdown. Still holding ever so inside of the system. Let me get these out of the way. I'm sorry the boxes aren't loading on Russell. Trading View's been... All my boxes are now not loading on stocks and Russell. Trading View's being a pain. I'll just sit over here on index futures. I can't do anything else. NQ pushing up. Looks like it's about to put in a new high on this current candle. There it goes. Another new high. See if we can get up to this full average win up here to 65 handles. Can you guys still hear me okay? As I'm noticing some glitches in... Why is it not loading? Hold you 1 second. I just want to show you the Russell's now at 50%, the average win. Oh my goodness. There's a new high on the NQ, new high on the ES. US 30 is just about to hit the average live, everybody. Here comes your 105 points. The NQ, I think, is roughly over about 45 handles. Yeah, 50 handles to be exact. Thank you, Gene. Appreciate it, bud. And then the ES right now, you're at 10 points or 10 handles, depending on how you guys... Yeah, see, 10.25. I want to show you the Russell, but it's... There we go. Finally, it's done glitching. SPY, again, pushed up to a new high. The Russell is now 50% our average move, True Algo members. You guys hear that we're always talking in statistics to really help our members to manage this. What you guys will have emotional volatility, I think, when New York opens. You're welcome, Michael. You guys see US 30, just some take profits happening. Almost, again, we wanted to get to 105. Unfortunately, it only got to 102 at the moment, and that's a perfect time to take profit. You guys see that on the right side of my screen? The goal is to get to 105. That's what our stats say down here. I know they're small. I just don't have them very big. All these stats come with the system if you guys join us. But it's pretty cool to see happen in a live scenario. And then now we'll push up to some new highs, get to this here. If you struggle to hold your plays, I hope this helps. Again, we are only here to demo and paper trade. I want to be clear. H-World. Bitcoin didn't confirm yet. That's why. I know you saw that bearish candle and now a bullish candle. And I know you've been with us before, bud. But look, there's no bearish confirmation yet. Oh, sorry. On this one, yeah, you're right. And now it's in retracement. It's okay. So this is what you're looking for. And then as it retraces back to the box, this can offer a really good sniper opportunity up here. You guys see I've been moving around and just reminding you on gold and silver. Gold did produce a new bearish confirmation. True Algo members, this is still a valid bearish confirmation because you are through daily 7 and now you're using the weekly system to guide you. So now you're entering into towards level 4 on that. And then silver over here is now in the red too. Oil is still neutral, everybody. You need oil to close above the box. It can't just... That previous close was inside, so that's neutral too. Sorry, I'm not on the index features. I'm back over now, so you guys can catch the win live. NQ did put in another high. Again, we just wanted to get to, we're trying to get to 65 handles. There was another 4 handles, 54 and a half. So I'm trying to get to 65 live. Should get it here in just a second. So we'll just sit here and wait, and you guys can watch. Here comes the new high. Should get US 30 to pop it too. True Algo members, one thing I want you to take note of is how much the ES and NQ and US 30 aren't diverging as much during New York Open, which is really cool. So it builds confidence for the system to push things up. Russell with a big take profit now on small caps. Again, the average move is 92. And sorry, right there, 67 so far. SPY is pushed up to a new box, everybody. Just continuing its bullish momentum. We'll just sit here on good old index features. Watch right side of my screen. It'll pop first, and then we can get ES and NQ to pop after. It's just so funny to see it like consolidating right at the top of the average. And come on. Come on. So again, this 105. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm just... So this is the difference with our system, that you don't have to sit here and keep making decisions at the top unless you're just taking profit on the longs, which has been easy. But you don't take any new positions up here, guys. You can see most people, they avoid that New York Open, and there's no news event today. This is just how you use the system. So it might take a minute or two to pop the actual average. And then, by the way, there's nothing in the way. So as long as the bigger players don't stop at our take profit here, once it gets hit, you guys see the NQ now. It's another 4 handles. We're trying to get to 65 handles live. We'll get it. It's coming ever so slowly. I just laugh every time I say that. The US 30 just a second ago popped up here. To me, it's so much less stressful to be like this. I know a lot of you guys that are not members, you trade on that 1 minute, sometimes even a second chart. And you'll see somebody do it really well and it gets all exciting, but it's stressful to be on those small time frames. And maybe we won't get the full average live. I'm only saying live because I'm jumping off here shortly, guys. So I can go do my own thing. If you guys have any last minute questions, let them come in. US 30 is just playing with my heart, man. It got to 102. I wonder if it got to 103. Oh, I got to 104. Oh, it's such a jerk. Sorry, I'm laughing. It's just funny. Like, I just want to show you guys again. Like, the average win that we tell you ahead of time is 105 points on US 30. And unfortunately, it only traveled 104. So I apologize by being off by a single tick. I'm trying to be funny here. And then NQ, folks, we wanted to get to 65 handles. I apologize on the live. We only got to 61 and a quarter. But that, guys, that's 61 handles or points. Many of you don't use our system, and your average win is 5 to 10 handles. This is what you take. And then you guys saw it live. This is what we take. And it's something that we help. And just what I want you guys to watch off as I jump off here now is if we continue to push up and hit these averages, because there's no shorts yet with our system. It's still long. So you guys just watch that as I get ready to jump off. Any questions, just let me know. The Euro short is going fantastic now. You guys can see as everything started to finally agree. Just took a couple of candles, and now the Euro's confirmed bearish. DXY pushing up. Gold and silver taking profit at the bottom of our boxes. Again, silver got all the way to the bottom of this box. So once silver can close inside the red, True Algo members, then 80% will look to go lower. And then you guys can see that here. Same thing on this story where gold needs to close inside the red, and then it can look for some continuation too. It had a little bit of a push down, but these candles are gigantic, guys. Like, huge. That's over $5 an ounce, even just that wick at the low. Crypto folks still in retracement. Tesla calls, by the way, have gone full take profit now, everybody, as we've hit that box at the high. This is probably why we're struggling on the indexes to finish, because there's take profits happening. Microsoft pushed up in retracement. Apple's still holding really well, True Algo members, and it's bullish. So we're about to have another close, and Apple supports long still. So should be really helpful for you guys. Big retracement on everything else down, though. You guys see that? Oh, man. Sorry, I shifted it down. Do you guys see that from live? Any of you guys, again, that you don't use our system or True Algo members, like how important it is. Like, I know we want guys 65 handles. I know you do. But if you're getting, you must get to 65 and you're not going to take profit at 61 and a quarter handles, then obviously there's an issue with you. And joking on US 30 that it missed the average by a single tick, everybody. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed the volatility. And again, any of you guys watching, there was zero reason for like price to break down currently on these candles. It's just because we're almost to the average across the board. US or ES, SPY, SPX, folks, the average is 16 and a half handles. We got to 14.75. So again, I apologize. We didn't get the extra 3 to 4 ticks on our points, but this is less than 2 handles away from a full average take profit. You're talking about 95 to 98% accurate. It was 99% accurate on US 30. That's all I got. I hope you guys take care. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I appreciate you.